Jeff Moran. I want to welcome you to an exciting new chapter in Affair Recovery Radio. This is our video radio show. And I want to thank you for tuning in for today's program. And in today's program, we're going to be tackling a question that often comes up and people are struggling with answers to, and that is, how can I move past the affair? Because a lot of times when you're hit with news about the affair, you wonder, how can I move past this? What's it going to take to move on? And when that happens, many times people get very freaked out about the future or freaked out about the past, and you find yourself with your head all over the place, hard to focus, hard to even think about what you're going to do tomorrow or next week. And so you find yourself literally kind of stuck in this emotional mud. How can I move past it? And that's what we're going to be dealing with today. The answer to this question is CPRR. I wanted to keep it where you can understand it, because many times when people are having a heart attack and their health problems, they need CPR. With relationship problems, it's CPRR. And that stands for Change Programming, Refocus, and Realize. Now, with the changing of your programming, this deals with the messages that you're telling yourself. Many times when you're feeling stuck and you can't move on, it's because the messages, that self-talk in your brain, you're sending messages that defeat yourself. You know, one of the ones that I often hear is that people say, there's no way I can move past this. There's no way I can ever forgive him, or there's no way I can ever forgive her. That type of stuff, you've got to stop, because as long as you're programming your mind to think that there's no way, there's not going to be a way. That's as simple as it gets. So you're going to at least have to change your programming to where you are open to looking at more options. Number two, you're going to need to refocus. You know, one of the problems that you find yourself getting into when you're stuck like this is because your focus is either on the future or the past. Right now, when you're in the middle of hurting, you need to focus on the present. What are you going to do today? What are you going to do now to move past the affair? Because if you start thinking what you're going to do 2 months down the road, or what are you going to do about retirement, that type of stuff is going to get you in trouble. Focus on what you can do now. The R is to realize. And by realize, you've got to realize what the real problem is. You may be scratching your head thinking, what's he mean by what's the real problem? Isn't the affair the problem? The affair's not the problem. You're going to have to wake up to that. The affair was a cheater's solution to what they saw as the problem. The affair was a solution. You've got to take a look at what is the real problem. If the affair was the solution, what's the problem? When your mind can start wrapping around that, that's when you're going to start making progress. You know, because the cheater, there's many motivations for affairs, and many things that they're using the affair to fix. You know, and with some people, they're using the affair to feel good about themselves again, or to feel young again, or to seek some sort of encouragement. In some cases, they have difficulty saying no to more drink, more smoke, more drugs in the local hangout. And in that case, your real problem is the drugs and the alcohol. The affairs and their solution to the problem is not where you should have your focus. So you're going to have to realize what the real problem is. I gave you some examples here to help change your thinking. So when you find yourself in that situation of wondering, how can I move past the affair? Remember, CPRR. Your relationship needs some CPR, and that stands for Change Programming, Refocus, realize these 3 steps, if you start doing them right now, will start changing your life. Because here at Affair Recovery Radio, we believe that an affair does not have to mean the end of your marriage. You can move past this one step at a time. And in today's program, we gave you some ways to start moving past that. I want to thank you for tuning in. If you have any future questions or topics you want us to deal with, feel free to write to me at surviveyourpartnersaffair.com. I have a blog there as well. If it's something that you think a lot of people would benefit from, put it on the blog. If it's a private matter, feel free to write me at jeff@restorethefamily.com. I will be glad to respond to your questions and your concerns and answer the questions to help you survive your partner's affair.